All right, folks, it looks like we're ready to get started. I want to thank you very much for hopping on this webinar. This is going to be a short training session, and I'm going to teach you how you can start your business today by tapping into a $104 billion marketplace to start generating profit 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. And I know that may sound a little bit crazy to you guys. As you can see in that picture down there below, I'm a little bit crazy, but it's the truth. Just give me a little bit of your time, stick around to the end, and you're going to be able to start this thing by the end of the call, okay? As long as you're willing to take action and you're coachable, you're going to be able to start this thing by the end of the call, okay? I'm going to give you a step-by-step approach to starting your business and tapping into this $104 billion marketplace right now. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm extremely excited to get started. I know the results that this kind of system can offer you, and I want you to get those kinds of results. So let's get into it. Quick introduction, my name is Anushka Sheffy, and I'm from beautiful California. If you go ahead and punch your name and where you're from around the globe, I'd love to see where everyone's coming in from. All right, here we go. We got people from all over the place, it looks like. Tom from New Hampshire. We got Renee over in Florida. All right, John from Tennessee. These names are just keep coming in, pouring in. All right, cool. I appreciate you guys being on the call with me, and I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right into the content. I just want to get a little bit of housekeeping done. All right, I want you guys to understand that you're all on mute. I can't let you guys just run chaotically through this webinar because it is a training session. You're going to get some real value, and with everyone unmuted, it just gets a little bit crazy, a little bit loud, some echoes, gets a little bit annoying. All right, so you guys are all on mute. I hope you can appreciate that. Now, coming up next is that there is no magic bullets. You're going to be building a real business. If you follow the steps that I provide in this training, you're going to be building a real business. I really can't say that. Building a real business. It's like a tongue twister for me for some reason. Maybe my brain's a little twisted. I don't know. But the point is, guys, there's no magic bullets here. If you want a real business, you're going to have to put in real effort, all right? I'm going to hand you the keys. It's up to you to twist the door. Actually, you're going to have to unlock the door, and then you're going to have to twist the doorknob, all right? So that's what it's all about, and this is not a product demo. I'm not going to hand you some software that you're going to need to buy, or you don't need anything, no software. So this is not a product demo. I'm not teaching you on some specific software tool. Now, you must be willing, and I already said this, to work. You got to be coachable, though. This is more important, because if you're on this call and you're not coachable, then you're kind of wasting your time, to be honest, because I can tell you a million different things of how I made hundreds of thousands of dollars on the internet, but you probably won't listen or take action on what you learn because you're not coachable, right? So let's go ahead and be willing to work and be coachable on what I'm about to teach you. Now, for anybody that feels like they're on this call, they don't know what's going on, don't worry. I'm going to give you a free gift to anyone that sticks around to the end of the webinar. And I do that because I want you to stick around, all right? That's the truth, and I'm going to give you a free gift that's valuable on top of the value that I'm going to provide throughout this training session, all right? So, last thing here is this will change the way you look at online business, okay? I don't know how long you've been online trying to make money online. I don't know if you've ever tried to make money online, if this is your first webinar or whatever. But the point is I'm going to change the way you think about making money online, about online business, and especially e-commerce, okay? Because e-commerce is not what people think, and it doesn't have to be what people assume, okay? So let's not make assumptions. I'm going to break it down piece by piece for you so you understand, all right? So I want you to hang on to your hats. We're going to get right into this training, guys. And here we go. So what I'm going to cover, just a quick introduction of myself. I think it's important that you understand who you're dealing with, why you should listen to me, and then I'm going to get into a gut check. I'm just going to ask you a few simple questions. I want you to ask yourself, all right? Just a few simple questions. They're some serious questions. Just ask yourself honestly and answer honestly. You can actually answer in the chat if you'd like, and we'll get to that soon. Now, what else I'm going to cover is what everyone else is saying, but most don't actually do, and why they're all wrong, okay? Everyone's talking about this and that, but they're all wrong, and what you can do to get a system in place that actually works, okay? It doesn't take huge investments, doesn't take, thousands or millions of dollars to start a real business, and I'll show you all about that. On top of that, I'm going to show you the proven system that you can leverage to finally break through. It's a 4-step system that you can start implementing as soon as today. Okay, so for you action takers that are willing to put this into work and take action on what I'm going to teach you, this is going to be great because it's a 4 steps, just simple step-by-step process that you can start implementing today and start getting results. All right, now how you can start getting steady sales and consistently scale up your business week after week. right? We kind of talked about that. It's a simple system, 4 steps. You start taking action, as we already know, and start getting steady sales and consistently scale up a real online business. All right, so this is some powerful stuff. Nothing going to be hidden from you. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, and it's going to be amazing. So a little advice before we get started. Now, this is somebody you may know, you may not know him. His name is Onyx Singal, a great internet marketer, great guy. I've worked with him personally over the last couple of years. We've made each other a great amount of money, and he's like a super affiliate. He's a speaker. He's worked with Bob Proctor, so very famous, very successful, a great entrepreneur. And here's what he has to say about the online business industry at the current time. There has never been a better time to start a business online. Entrepreneurs from the world, from around the world, are transforming their lives by building businesses from their living rooms. To join them, you need the right system. All right, and that's Onyx Singal's quote. And he's completely right. If you want to start something, it's all out there for you, but you just need the right system and you need to take action on it. So, and I'm going to give you that right now. So here we go. Gut check time. I told you this was coming, guys. I just have some serious questions that I want you to ask yourself, okay? Just go ahead. I'm gonna ask you a question. Honestly, ask yourself in your head, or you can type it out in the chat and respond. Go ahead. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Do you feel like you spend hours working on your online business, but it never gets those explosive results that you've always dreamed of? All right. Do you feel like there are way too many gurus out there telling you what you should and shouldn't do that you feel stuck or overwhelmed? How about like feeling like there are just too many moving parts to the whole make money online puzzle? And finally, do you feel that technology is scary, too complicated, or there are too many options to choose from that you don't know where to even start? Okay, and if that sounds like you, I got to tell you honestly that none of these things are the real problem. The real problem that you have, and I've learned this over my years online, that you haven't implemented a proven duplicatable system. Okay, and that's important because you may have a proven duplicatable system, but you haven't implemented a proven duplicatable system that you can take action on and get proven results. Okay, it's like a system that works no matter what, right? And that's what you need, because if you have that, you can just follow along, take action, and get those results, right? Because with a proven system, you're going to be able to start making sales within days instead of wasting weeks, months, or years like I did trying to figure it all out yourself. Okay, when I got started, I pounded my head against the wall. I was passionate about learning SEO and beating the Google box. Okay, now it took me years of pounding my head against the wall to finally figure out that I needed a system. I needed someone to hand me the keys so I could go and open the door. And if I hadn't wasted all those years, who knows where I would be by now, maybe already having millions in my bank account. I do very well for myself, but, you know, there's always room for improvement, and I look back on those wasted years, you know, regrettably almost. So you'll be able to generate a reliable and consistent stream of profit week in and week out. Okay, another benefit of a proven system, because you just follow along and you'll be able to generate the results that system provides week in and week out. Okay, and finally, with the proven system, you'll be able to realize that you can tap into a proven business model that's super simple to set up and get running, and even have technology automate 99% of the business, so you can dramatically free up your time and generate more income. Okay, that's the ultimate dream. We want to work less and make more, and that's the point of a proven system as well, because you can have a step-by-step system to follow. As long as you follow it, you can free up your time and generate more income in your business. And it may sound crazy. People think that you need to work harder. No, you just need to work smarter, all right? Now, a big question that comes up is, who the heck am I? Who's this voice talking to me right now behind this computer screen, right? And my name is Anushka Sheffy. We already talked about that. I've been online for over 5 years now, and as I said, I started with SEO. I was really passionate about learning SEO, and as you'll see, things have shifted over the last couple years, but in these 5 years, I've built a passion around generating automated revenue through the power of the internet. All right, turning my computer, I like to call it turning my computer into an ATM. Okay, we don't need the 9-to-5 grind and a boss and an alarm clock and all that BS in order to, you know, live the life we want. That's just the requirements set on us by, you know, the world, really, and our mind, all this stuff. It's just an obstacle holding us back. That's the truth in my mind. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I've worked with some of the top marketers on the planet: Onyx Singal, Mike Filsame, Andy Jenkins, and many, 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 many more. Okay, I don't know if you guys know these guys, Onyx Singal, Mike Filsame, but these are some of the top marketers on the planet, affiliates, super affiliates, very, very top marketers in their game. And I've worked with some of them, and a lot of the top guys generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in online revenue for them over the last 5 years. And I've done well in that regard. So just about 5 years, a couple of years ago, I started getting into e-commerce, and about the beginning of 2015. So, and ever since then, I've been working on scaling this Amazon business past the 7-figure mark. So in 2017, that's my goal. We all have our goals and aspirations, and 7 figures in my Amazon business is my current goal for 2017. I'm looking very forward to making it happen. So there's a picture of me. I just want you guys to see who you're dealing with here. That's me on the right, obviously. This is my girlfriend on the left, Lorraine, and that's us on a cruise down to Mexico. We had a great time. This was just about a month ago, and great food, great weather, great everything. The ship was a little bit older. It's a cruise ship, a Carnival ship, but you know what? Everything was great. It was a good price, and the food was great. Great company. She's a great girl. Been together about 12 years, 10 years. We're high school sweethearts, so pretty cool. And now, this is really important because everyone is preaching e-commerce this and e-commerce that. And as I said, I don't know where you are in your online business, but e-commerce is a huge topic right now. People all over are talking about e-commerce this. Marketers, everyone's talking about e-commerce. Okay, so the thing about it is your e-commerce business does not need to cost thousands to get up and running. And that's one of the things that people are suggesting. You need a warehouse, you need tons of products, you need to invest thousands of dollars in inventory. That's totally bogus, and I'm going to show you why in this upcoming webinar. Okay, now your business does need to offer quality products to your customers on 100% autopilot if you want to get the huge results that I know you're after, right? Because you can't be doing everything hands-on if you want to create a 6 or 7-figure empire. You need to have automation in place, and you need to have customers coming to you automatically, finding your business, your store, your sales, your products, okay? And that's what we provide. Results is what we deliver, and I'm going to show you how to plug your business into this $104 billion marketplace. And typical results from what I'm about to show you will come in the form of daily sales on complete autopilot. So it's not crazy to log into your account and see $2,000 in gross sales for the day, all right? $5,000 in gross sales for the day. Okay, that's a great day. I'm not lying to you. It's a big day. $5,000 is a great day. All of that is amazing, and it's even possible to profit like that while you sleep or even while you're on vacation. It may sound too good to be true, but when you understand the system, you'll understand how it all works and why that's possible. So making your first sales within hours or days from today, okay? Some systems, as you know, I've pounded my head against the SEO wall for 2 years, a couple of years when I started online, and I didn't make much money at all, okay? So to hand you the keys to a system that can get you generating sales within hours or days, it's just huge. It's a huge thing. So last but not least, earning over $100 profit per day with less than 1 hour invested is not crazy, all right? Doesn't that sound good to you guys? If you could invest 1 hour per day and make an additional $100 profit in that day, would you do that? I mean, does that sound like a good kind of profit to make? And, you know, the sky's the limit. You can make upwards of $500-600 a day profit in this business. As long as you're willing to take action, okay? And I need to put a disclaimer in there. Some people will believe that after they get off this webinar that it's going to rain money from their computer somehow magically. That's not how this game works. You're going to follow a proven system. You're going to take action on the proven system, and you're going to follow it to a T, and you're going to get results, right? That's how it works. And if you don't do that, you don't follow those steps, you're not going to get the results you're after. I can guarantee that. All right, and here's some of the results that you can kind of not expect, but when you put in the action, you get the results, right? So this is 30-day sales, nearly $30,000 in 30 days. All right, and it's not just me, guys. This is not just me making this kind of money. There's tons of sellers on Amazon making a fortune, okay? And this is one of my students, $138.06 profit today, just with 10 products, messing around part-time. Thank you for teaching me this. And I responded, great work, bro. Keep it up. All right. And he has kept it up, actually. He's now earning, I think within 10 days, he earned $1,500 profit, and he's continued on to make hundreds of dollars per day with this training. So, all right, now let's get right into the training, guys. So this is going to be a step-by-step process, and I'm going to walk you through each step as we go through this. Now, the first step is to tap into the $104 billion marketplace, and you can do this within minutes, and it is free. And all you need to do to start generating income like you see on your screen there, $2,035.80 in a single day in sales, okay? And these kind of sales are happening all the time, and they're coming in on autopilot. So you set up your store, you get some products in your store, and these kind of sales can come in while you're out with your family, getting dinner, going to the movies, doing whatever you're into in your everyday life, and you're still making sales on complete autopilot. So that's the end goal, and stick around so we can get you there. Now, the next step is you go to sellercentral.amazon.com, okay? And you type that into your browser, and it's going to take you to a page that looks similar to this. Amazon Seller Central is a free account that you can create right now today and start your Seller Central account and start selling on Amazon, right? So all you have to do is click down here. It says register now, and you're going to become a seller. It's going to ask you a few simple questions and then a little bit more advanced questions about taxes. Obviously, I'm not a tax attorney, so I can't give you information on that, but fill it in honestly. Okay, if you're obviously not from the US, then say you're not from the US. Okay, just answer honestly, and it'll walk you through step by step through the tax interview, and by the time you're done, you're going to enter your Seller Central account, okay? And it does look a little bit confusing when you get on the inside, I do understand, but I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you. And in order to do that, I need you guys to understand one thing, all right? Now, I need you to understand that you don't have to tweak and test around with all the stuff inside your Seller Central account. There are tons and tons of tabs that I don't ever touch, and I make great money on Amazon, okay? Now, you don't have to touch them either, and I want to make it as easy as possible. So if I don't cover something, don't go into that section, okay? You can go into it on your own time, start figuring stuff out later once we get through this 4-step process. But until that point, I suggest you just stick to the training, stick to it, and that's how you're going to get results, okay? If you do anything else, I can't tell you you're going to, get any results at all right? So stick to this, follow exactly what I do, and you'll be all right. So the first thing to do is go to the right-hand corner of your Seller Central dashboard, and you're going to see a little thing that says Settings. All right, we want to go into the Settings tab, and there's a few basic settings that we need in order to start selling. First one is under Account Info. There's a couple things in the Account Info section that you can do and that you need to do. All right, so when you set up your account, you set up your account name, and you can go ahead and change that. So if you feel like you screwed up, you want to choose something else, don't worry about that. You can go right into the account info section, top left corner. It's going to have all your account information, and you can go update your name, change your name inside there. On top of that, there's 2 other things that we need to mess with inside the account info section, and they are the charge method and the deposit method, all right? So the charge method is how Amazon's going to charge you for your pro account, and I highly suggest you get a pro account. When you start making sales, you're going to save money, all right? And it's just the best thing that you need to do. So get the pro account. It's going to save you money in the long run, and it's about $39.99 a month. And the best part is it's going to come out of this charge method for the first transaction, but when you start making profits with this business, it will charge through your profits. So you're not going to get a charge on your account every month or your credit card statement. It's going to come out of your Amazon profits, so that's always cool. Now, you have the charge method set up so that Amazon can charge you for your pro account. And the next step is the deposit method, the most important method of all, okay? We want to get paid. That's the whole reason we're doing this. And Amazon's going to send us payments right to our bank account every 2 weeks. In order to do that, we got to fill out that deposit method with some bank information, some basic information, all right? So you guys go ahead and do that and make sure that you're going to get paid right into your bank account, all right? And that's it. That's the first step. As you can see, number 1 with the big number 1 right there, all right? So we have account info is complete. You set up your name, and you can just choose something catchy, something that you like, something that has to do with deals or discounts or a warehouse, cheap coupon codes, something, something catchy, something that you like. It's not too important, but I always tend to do something that has, offers discounts or that we have a lot of stock or deals or coupons, something like that. So there you go. That's for the name, and then you have your deposit method and your charge method. Next step is step 2 and step 3, and we're going to cover those right now. Step 2 is return settings. Step 3 is shipping settings. So as we click into each of these sections, you're going to see something like this. Okay, this is the return settings tab that you're going to click into, and it looks just like this, and I want you to make it look identical. All right, so check every box that you see here. And what we're basically telling Amazon is how we're going to deal with returns, okay? And this is a big question that comes up with new students, that they say, hey, what do we do when we get a return? They get all flustered. It's really not a big deal, especially when you do things properly and you follow the training, because the sites that we use, our suppliers, they offer instant prepaid labels. So within the click of a button, you're going to have a label. You upload that into the Amazon return request, and that's it. That's literally it. When you receive the refund, you're going to get an email, and you just send the money back to the customer. It literally takes 2 seconds to complete a refund, return and a refund. So super simple process. And in order to make it simple, just copy these settings identically. All right, make them identical. The first checkbox, email format, receive return request, yes. I want to authorize each request, check that. Under optional override, do not check. Return merchandise authorization number settings, I want Amazon to generate. And your return mailing label, I will provide a prepaid mailing label, okay? And that's it. Once you get those settings, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a section that needs to be filled out. And this is just for your Amazon return policy, okay? And Amazon has set in their terms of service what you can have as your return policy, and this is basically what we do. All you need to do is copy this into your return instructions, and you'll be good with the return settings. You click save, and you'll be ready to rock. But I'll just cover this real quick. Returns are generally accepted within 30 days. In general, we will provide a shipping label to you, done as I mentioned previously. You just click one button at the supplier and you get the label, and that's 99% of the time. Now, if the item is returned because of the price, or the buyer simply does not want the item, basically the buyer will pay the cost for return shipping, and that is in Amazon's policy, so we have the right to do that, along with the 20% restocking fee that you see here, and that is at our discretion. So this is all terms just to cover us and protect us from crazy buyers that buy crazily and, want returns and want everything their way. So this protects us, and Amazon agrees with everything that's in here. So go ahead and copy those down. All right, and the next thing is, as I mentioned, step 3, that in the settings tab is shipping. So inside the shipping settings tab, you're going to see a bunch of stuff, but as I mentioned, you don't have to worry about 99% of the stuff in the dashboard, all right? What you do need to worry about is how your customers are going to pay for shipping, if they're going to pay for shipping, or if you're going to offer free shipping. Okay, and I highly suggest offering free shipping, because customers love to get the item for free. People love free. Everyone just loves free. I love free. You love free. So we offer free shipping. Nobody wants to be ripped off on shipping. We've all had the case where somebody's charging $30 for a product and $30 for shipping, and we say, screw that. Okay, I personally say screw that. I'd rather pay $60 all for the cost than you try to rip me off on shipping. For some reason, in my mind, it just seems better to offer free shipping. So you can go ahead and do that. And in order to do that, all you need to do is go under this your per item weight-based model inside the shipping settings, and you click edit. And this is going to be a 3-step simple process, and you uncheck everything inside the first step, and the only one you want to check is under standard 3 to 5 days business, continental US street. All right, so click continue once you have that done. And the next step is to set your shipping rates. So under rate components, per item, and then next under standard 3 to 5 days, 00, and continue. And that's it. So within a couple of minutes, you've literally signed up and tapped into a $104 billion marketplace. You've set up your account so that you can start selling to customers. You set up your shipping and your returns information. And if you'd like, there's one other section that you can go into, okay? And this isn't a requirement, but under your info and policies, you can actually put in a seller logo. So if you would like to go to Fiverr.com or something like that and grab a quick little cheap logo for $5, I think the pixel is 140 by 30 pixels. It's a really small image, but it allows you to stand out in the listings of your competitors. So imagine if there's 10 competitors selling the same product and you're the one with the logo, then potentially you can increase conversions with that logo. So something to think about, but not a definite requirement. Under your info and policies, there's going to be something that says seller logo, and you can quickly just go and get a cheap little logo which could benefit your conversions and sales. All right. So I'm just going back here to step number 2, guys. So we've set up our account, we're ready to rock. The next thing is, and we're just cruising through this, guys. As you can see, it's a really simple process, but the next step is suppliers, because in our Amazon store, it's a huge marketplace, and we need products to fill that marketplace. So how are we gonna get these products? Through top suppliers, the big name brands that you've already worked with and probably purchased through a couple times in your life, right? Walmart, Home Depot, Target, Best Buy. And the reason that you link up with these suppliers is multiple reasons, but the biggest benefit is that they offer extremely competitive pricing. Walmart is purchasing in massive bulk, so thousands of units of these products, and we can tap in to their extremely cheap prices and sell for profit on Amazon. Okay, so it's extremely easy to do. You set up a basic account at these suppliers' websites, just as if you were going to sign up for a regular account at these suppliers for your own personal use. Okay, it's really simple to do. Go create your account, and you can start shipping, instead of to yourself, direct to your customers. All right. Now, there's a couple things that you want to look out for when you're working with these top suppliers and you're finding products on these top suppliers. Okay. Now, on the left-hand side, we have things to think about when it comes to suppliers, and that is shipping times, returns, trustworthy, coupon codes, and perks. Okay, so most importantly, shipping times. We want to make sure that our customers are getting the product within a couple of days. You know, when you start getting into 3, 4 weeks, 2 weeks shipping time, Amazon's not going to be happy. They want their customer satisfaction sky high. Okay, so if you've ever purchased anything on Amazon, I'm sure you've received your product pretty quickly. You've received support and response from the sellers extremely fast. Okay, so these are things that you need to be doing as well. And in order to do that, we need to work with top suppliers that offer fast shipping. All right, so for example, Walmart has a expedited shipping service. I believe it's $50 a year, and you can get your packages, a huge percentage of your packages, sent within 2 days. Okay, so 2-day shipping, and that's great. Your customers are going to be receiving their product within 2 days, and they're going to be ecstatic. All right, now, next thing is returns. We want to make sure that our customers have the ability to return their products. Okay, and we want to make sure that the returns are simple. Walmart has the one-click return where you can literally print a prepaid label within seconds and send that to the customer. So ensure that the top suppliers that we're working with have return policies in place. All right, now trustworthy. We want to make sure that the suppliers we're working with are going to not only deliver our product, but that they're going to deliver us the authentic, real product on time. Okay, so we don't want to be dealing in garbage products, BS products. Has to be authentic or Amazon's going to kick you out. All right, so that's the truth. Just deal in with top-rated suppliers like we mentioned, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, places like this that offer competitive pricing along with a trustworthy factor, and you'll be all right. Now, one of my favorite things to look out for when you're working with top suppliers is coupon codes and perks. Okay, a lot of these websites have discounts. So, for example, there's a website called Overstock.com. Many of you probably know Overstock. If you don't worry about it. But Overstock offers extremely competitive pricing, free shipping, no tax, as well as a 5% cashback opportunity when you create your account with them. All right, so any purchase that you make, let's say you buy a product for $100, you're going to get $5 of that back in Overstock dollars or whatever they call it. So on your next purchase, you can put that $5 towards your purchase and you have additional profits, right? So these are great things to look out for. Also, coupon codes. Many sites have coupon codes that you can just do a quick Google search and say Walmart coupon code or Target coupon code, and you'll save money that way. So these are great opportunities to make some big profits with top suppliers, and that's how you do it, all right? So the next step is top products. What to look for in products, okay? The most important thing is we want products that are selling, okay? We don't want to list a bunch of stuff that's not selling and we're not going to be able to profit on, right? So how do we do that? We look at the Amazon bestseller rank. And what is the bestseller rank? It just tells you how well a product is selling, okay? The lower the number, the better it's selling. So imagine the number one product, as you can see in home and garden, the number one seller in home and garden is probably selling hundreds of units in an hour. Okay, every hour this thing is selling like crazy. Now, this product that I have in front of you, the bestseller rank, as you can see, is a $109,599 in home and garden. All right, now what that means, this product is probably selling 10 to 20 units a week, maybe it could be 10 units a day, something like that. What it means is that this thing is selling, it's selling pretty well, and this number actually updates every hour in Amazon's system. So you can really get a good idea of how well something is selling by this number, okay? And we always want to stick to a bestsellers rank that's under about 200,000, okay? When you start getting up above 200,000, what that's saying is that this product really isn't selling that much. So the chances of you making sales on a daily basis and building that profit is not going to be huge. Okay, you might be able to make a couple sales on a product that's above 200,000, and that's cool. If you want to list those, no problem, go ahead. If it's a huge profit, you may want to list it anyway. But something to keep in mind, keep your bestseller rank lower and you're going to sell more products faster. So under 200,000, typically 100,000 is a real good product. Okay, anything under 100,000 in the top level category is great. Okay, and as you can see, this is 109,599 in the top level category, which is home and garden. Okay, so what I mean by top level category is home and garden is the top, and then there's subcategories, as you can see below home and garden, which are home decor, area rugs, and there's so forth and so forth. So there's tons of subcategories under home and garden. We're always looking for the bestseller rank under 200,000 in the top level category. So home and garden, sports and outdoors, tools and home improvement. These are top level categories, and below those, there's tons of other categories that you can dig deeper into. But we want to make sure that this thing's selling and must be under 200,000 in the top level category. All right, so that's a very important one. This is how you're going to skyrocket sales fast, by knowing that you're tapping into proven sellers. All right, and that's it. So authentic products, we talked about that. This goes into the trustworthy factor for suppliers, but we always want to be selling authentic products and giving our customers exactly what they purchase, and that's going to keep us selling tons of units every day. Now, profit margins, obviously, this is where it's all at. If we're selling products that we're not making huge profits on, then we're wasting time. So there's products that we can make 100% profit, and they're out there, okay? That's not a guarantee on every one. Typically, we're making about 30 to 50% profit margins on each product. But you can find products like this, okay? And step number 3 is your product research. So you have step 1, getting your basics set up and getting your Seller Central account set up. Step 2, you're dealing with suppliers, working with the top suppliers and things that you need to look out for. We just covered. Now, step 3 is finding products, all right? And here's a little case study of what's possible when you find the right products, all right? So we have a $310.47 profit in 24-hour case study, guys. All right, this gets me really pumped up because I love these kinds of commissions, these kinds of profits coming into my account on autopilot. So we have, as you can see on the left-hand side here, November 16th, we have a sales shot directly from Amazon, and the buyer's name is Daniel. He purchased 2 units of this transformer. This is some sort of electronic transformer, step-up, step-down transformer thing. All right, now the price is $323.79 per unit, and Daniel purchased 2 units from my store, all right? So for a total of $647.58, that was the purchase price that was sent into my Amazon account. Now, I took that money and I went to purchase the units from my supplier. My supplier offers these same exact units for about $120 each. As you can see on the right-hand side, I went and purchased them on November 17th, quantity of 2. I purchased 2 of these step-down transformers and sent them directly to Daniel's house. I think it was a business actually, but I sent it directly to Daniel's address, right? Now, he spent $647 and we invested $239 and sent these direct to the customer for a $310 profit after Amazon's fees. Okay, so you have to keep in mind Amazon is taking a percentage of your sales when you sell on their platform, and that's totally fine because any way you want to do business online, you need traffic, and you're either going to pay for traffic directly or you're going to pay for it indirectly. And Amazon takes a small percentage of your sales, which is totally fine. You just tapped into their $104 billion marketplace for free. Okay, so it's fine. Go ahead, Amazon, take your 15%. So after they took their 15% of this order, the $647, I ended up with $310.47 right in my pocket, and that's a 129.7% profit per sale. All right. Now, I must disclaim this, guys. This isn't every product. Okay, there are hitter products out there. Okay, and these things are hot. They're selling, and you're making huge profits, and it just puts a smile on your face. Now, as I mentioned, typically you're going to be making around 50% profit, 50 to 30% profit per product. Okay, but that does vary. So that's the power of this stuff. And the last step of the process is step number 4, just keeping track of all your profits and your spend so that you can do your taxes, you can do whatever you need to do at the end of the year, okay? Not a tax attorney again. You may want to talk to an accountant or something like that. But you want to keep track of all your profits as well as what you spent on your products, okay? And this is also good for returns. If somebody wants to come and return a product, you can easily head over to your tracking spreadsheet and search for that order number and find the product and do a quick return, okay? So this is all about tracking and processing, and it's really cool because when you set it up like I have here, you can see your profits in real time, all right? So as you can see, I've kind of set up some calculations on a basic spreadsheet, and on the H column we have our sales price, so $647.58. The I column is the cost of the products, so what we spent, $239.98. And the J column is Amazon's fees. So yes, they do take a hefty percentage, $97.14, but we're left with even more, so $310.46. So great profit, and everything's tracked inside of our simple little spreadsheet. And that's it. This is the process for starting your Amazon business. And there is a 6-figure success blueprint, and the keys to success are as follows. You need to tap into the proven marketplace and start driving traffic and sales for free. All right, as I said, you can pay for traffic, or you can just tap into a proven system with tons of buyers. I think Amazon has 100 million or something like that, crazy amount of credit cards on hand, tons of buying customers ready to purchase from your store. All right, so that's the first step. You need to tap into that free marketplace, and you need to stick to top suppliers that offer competitive pricing, okay? This is how we're going to buy low and sell high. We plug into suppliers that have purchase in massive bulk and offer us extremely competitive pricing. All right, now we want to list only the hot selling products on Amazon. Now this is crucial to your success. You need to be selling hot products, and in order to know and verify what products are selling, we use the Amazon bestseller ranking. Remember, #1 bestseller in the top level category of home and garden or home and kitchen is probably selling hundreds of units an hour. As it goes up, the less it's selling. So we want to keep that number under 200,000 in the top level category. If you start going up above that, then your sales will start falling off. So something that's at 500,000 sales rank may not be selling that much at all, maybe once or twice a month, okay? So definitely something to keep your eye on. And the next thing is to keep your customers happy and keep up with your account performance. So inside your Amazon Seller Central account, there's a specific tab in the navigation that says performance, and you want to go ahead and check that performance tab once every other day or once every day just to keep an eye on it, okay? And Amazon's keeping an eye on your account, and what they're keeping a track of is how you're dealing with customers as far as responding. So they want you to respond within 24 hours to your customers. And on top of that, they want you to ship items out in a timely fashion. So if you're shipping your items out in a timely fashion, and by that I mean you go to your supplier, you purchase the product and ship it directly to the customer. And the second that the supplier sends you the tracking link. This happens a day or 2 days later. Then you go into your Amazon account and upload that tracking in there, okay? And as long as you're doing these things, you should be all right, Selling, as I mentioned, authentic products, you're responding within 24 hours, and you're uploading your tracking in a timely fashion, then you are all right. Now, the next thing is hiring an outsourcer to handle the 1 to 2 hours of day-to-day work. Now, this is something that I highly suggest when you get further into this business, because you can literally be 100% hands-off with this business. Money will come in, orders will go out, and you can have your outsourcers handle everything for you. So it's extremely awesome. And the last thing is just continue to make sales. Let Amazon send you the profits right to your bank account, and that's the goal, guys. When you set this up, when you have everything properly systemized, you can quickly scale and add some profits right to your bank. So that's the success blueprint right there. If you can follow along with that, then you shouldn't have a problem with this system. And it's our dream to help the average person ditch the 9-to-5 grind and finally build the online business of their dreams. Okay, it doesn't have to be so hard. I don't know how long you've been trying to make this thing work, but it doesn't have to be so hard. You can grow your business fast without going crazy, all right? And the entrepreneur quest for freedom is not a wild goose chase. We've been building our own e-commerce business alongside successful students for years now, and we've watched people grow into 4, 5, even 6-figure incomes, and it's amazing to see. Now, we're now making you the beneficiary, and you can take advantage of this system right now. So my first question is, how much do you want to make per month with your online business? Just type your answers into the comments section right now, because I'm really interested in. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to do some big numbers. Okay, some people that just want to just make some extra income. That's amazing. All right, cool. So what's your desired income per month? What if you never had to worry about driving traffic or converting sales ever again to reach that goal? And how would you feel knowing that a $104 billion marketplace is going to send you sales on complete autopilot? How would that affect your life? After what I just showed you, can you see how a proven system could get you from where you are today to where you want to be faster than ever before? If so, it's time to accelerate your online success. Now, my goal is not to sell you on some magic bullet concept here, guys. It works plain and simple. And I bet if you let me coach you one-on-one, you could literally have your very own Amazon business making sales within a few short days from right now, like many of my other students. So I have a quick question for you. Do you want to wake up to sales and profits in your Amazon account every single morning? I know that those of you that are willing to take action on my training will be able to make sales from your Amazon store around the clock, even while you sleep. Get your business off the ground in a few short days, and you'll even be able to learn how to quickly and easily scale to 5 figures per month without investing more than 1 hour per day on your business. These results are not being pulled out of thin air, guys. I am basing this on my personal experience and my students' experiences. Here's what just one of them has to say about my training. Within less than a week of our initial session, I started seeing my first sales. It's a crazy fast return on effort put in, and only spent 2 hours total finding the right products. The rest was a downhill ride. This is definitely one of the easiest and fastest ways to get started building your own revenue stream online. Just take action and put in consistent effort. Trust me, it works. Sapano H. That's one of my students. The best way to see if my program is a perfect fit for you is to roll up your sleeves, get on the phone, and just walk you through it and see how it would work for you. There are a few conditions that you need to be aware of, though. First, over the next 30 days, I'm only working with a small handful of students, and for good reason. I've got a decent-sized team, but since I work one-on-one in a live setting, I have to cap it off. Second, we only work with people who we think will see results. You must have what it takes, so there's a small application, it's a simple application process to find out if you're the right person for my training. You need to be teachable, have what it takes to be successful, and actually execute to get real results. And we want you to be our next major case study and wildly profitable success story. So here's the deal. First, under this presentation, you need to scroll down and click on the Book a Session with a Noosh button below. And when you click on that, It will open a simple calendar that will allow you to grab a time on my personal calendar. There will also be a few questions to answer about your business so I can get a good feel before we hop on our free call together. After you book a time, I will give you a call at your scheduled time to see if you're a good fit. And when I do that, one of two things will happen. Scenario number one, this is most likely to occur, and this happens most often. You'll say, wow, this is amazing. I want to take it to the next level. Then we schedule the first session where the training will take place, and it's one-on-one, me and you on Skype. Scenario number two, unlikely to occur. You'll say, this just isn't what I thought it would be, and I was hoping for something else. And when that happens, in the unlikely event it does, scenario number two, I'll send you a free gift that we're currently selling for $397. All right, I'm not going to tell you what this free gift is right now because I wouldn't want anyone to feel weird about us just giving this thing away for free. But you'll get it for free, no strings attached. It's a way of saying thanks for reaching out and taking time to talk with me. That's how confident I am about what I have to teach you and show you on our call. You're either going to be totally amazed or you'll get this $397 gift in exchange for your time. So here's what you're going to do next. I just want you to press the button below this presentation, grab a time on my calendar, and once we receive your info, I'll send you a quick email reminding you of the time booked for our call, and I'll call you exactly on that day and time. So the first thing I want you to understand is that this offer expires this week. All right. Notice too, you need to be available for your strategy session within 5 days after you request it. If you're not, then you won't be able to get on the schedule, pushing back your success that much longer, which also means you'll be leaving potential sales and profits on the table. And the final notice 3, this webinar training is getting viewed by thousands of people over the next few days, and the strategy sessions are only on a first-come, first-served basis. With that said, you and I both know my available time slots will be reserved fast, so you need to fill out the form now. And I want to say thank you very much, guys, for taking the time, and thank you very much for booking a time on my calendar. I know you're going to love what I have to teach you, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you, Anushka Sheffy.